Yeah, boy. Okay, we're back once again. Browser automation. Today I'm on water. That's it. No coffee, no Red Bull. He's on the old water. A little sip of this. Who would have thought it? No coffee. Damn it. Right, yo. Let's give it a minute and then we'll get started. Go through what we're going to talk about tonight and crack on. So look. So a blank sheet, lovely. So hello, that's the first order of business. So I'll say hello. Then what's coming up? I'm going to talk about what's going on with the bot empire, what to expect this week. Talk about the membership, what's been added. I'm going to talk about extensions. Okay, lots of people have been asking about extensions when using Browser Automation Studio. I'm going to go over that. Then I'm going to talk about, going to show you guys something I've been checking out, what I'm getting down with browser fingerprinting with a little thing called Clone Browser. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about that. Then I'm going to talk about Browser Automation Studio, the CPU and RAM issue, and a couple of things that you can do to help that. And then I'm going to get into regex, but something a bit more. I put advanced, but it's not really advanced. It's just a little bit different to an easy regex. So let's say a medium regex. The regex is in question. There's more than one with something that we're trying to scrape. So we're going to do that. And each regex needs a bit of a clean up with what it scrapes. So it's going to be, let's call it a medium level regex that we're going to handle. Okay, instead of the basic ones that you've seen on the free course or the ones that you might have been doing. So yeah, that's what it's at. Just getting set up here and we'll crack on. Right, yo. It's all good. Get that water down me, boy. Okay. So hello, I think I've covered the hello. Hello everybody. Back once again for a live stream. Gonna run for about an hour. Gonna tackle the subjects that I talked about, that I mentioned. So what's coming up with Bot Empire? So the new course that is going to be released, we're uploading the videos. I've got a bit of help. My PA is helping me. We're uploading the video, just checking the sound quality, making sure everything's good in the hood, and then the new course will be released. If you've already paid for the course or you're already a member of the Bot Empire, then the course will be absolutely free. Expect information on that to come to you. If you're part of the Discord channel, links in the chat, in the description, then you'll be getting a message, or if you're part of the email list, or if you're subscribed on the YouTube channel and you've hit that mother trucking bell icon, then you'll be notified as well about the new course. So I've got the new course coming. Hopefully by the time I wake up, it's 11 PM here. Hopefully by the time I wake up, the videos will be ready. I can create the page and get you guys rolling with the new course. By the way, the old course is absolutely free. If you haven't already checked that out, then all you need to do is join us on Discord, and the course is pinned to the main chat there. All right, so we've got that going on. Reddit Empire, the new Reddit bot v3 is definitely out this week. We've been testing. I've got a group of testers and find out just about every bug there is. We've run 100 accounts. So we've had a drop rate of 4, so that's 4% that we've lost. That's using mobile proxies. We've tried with location set proxies with SOCKS proxies. They've worked well. Roughly seen about a 4% drop. Why have they dropped? I'm not sure. So that's a pretty solid number. We're happy with what's going on. It's not using Browser Automation Studio. Okay, all will be revealed with the release. Yeah, the main issue people were having was the proxies they were using. So it's also an education as well. The new bot is going to come with a lot of how-to and guide videos. I'm not trying to blame people, and I'm not saying the V2 was perfect. However, a lot of the issues were with people's proxies and their setup. So it's an education with version 3, and also the fingerprints are changed at the browser level and not the JavaScript level, which brings a whole new level of undercoverness. Undercoverness, is that a word? Can I say that? Yeah. So we've got the new course, the V3 of the Reddit bot. There's a couple of other bots that are coming out. They're not new bots, they're just ones that I hadn't released previously, so they'll be coming out. Next in line for the courses is the AutoIt course. I'm going to try my hardest to get that out by the end of the week. Yeah, and then after that, I'm going to start work, because I haven't even started any work on the JavaScript for browser automation, where we're going to be using that as a we're going to be using JavaScript to automate the browser with things such as Puppeteer hardened, so that we don't get detected. Okay, so all that good stuff. We're going to use frameworks like Electron to build desktop apps, again, mainly aimed at browser automation and stuff. And then after that, further down the line, it's going to be in a couple months, just to get your appetite wet, I'm going to do a course on building SaaS applications too, again with JavaScript. So that's where we're at. That's what to expect. There's a lot of new things going on with Page Empire. If you haven't checked that out, do. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff going on. Working at, well, it's already 11 and I'm just starting to do the stream. So that's what's going on. That's what's coming up. With the membership, if you haven't already checked out, the links are in the description in the chat as well. If you get the membership, there's loads of perks. They're listed when you click the link, including access to the Bot Empire Vault with like the Reddit V2 scripts in there, and the compiled version. There's other bots, other scripts are going in there. You get access to the support channel, so you can ask questions. I try and help everyone, but it's got to the stage now where there's so many questions, so many emails and messages on Discord that obviously if you're a member, you will get my attention straight away. I answer, within 24 hours. As soon as I see your message, I'll help you out. So check that out. If you haven't already done so, join us on Discord. You can get the old course on there absolutely free and join us. Grab a beer, dance on the table until your heart's content. So join us there. Yeah, and if you haven't already done so, if you want to get the early bird prices on the courses and stuff, there's a link to join the Bot Empire mailing list. So check that out as well. Okay, enough of the shameless plugs. Let's get on to extensions. I want to talk about extensions. I was going to release a video on using extensions with Bass, and I get a lot of questions regarding extensions. Here, currently, this is how it is. I've tested about 6 or 7 different extensions, and only one of them worked with Bass. I know that Bass are working on an update. The guys there are working on an update for the browser, because a lot of sites are detecting it, some of the main sites. So they're working on that, and also the extensions is an issue. It's crashing Bass a lot. So I didn't release the video because I could see what's going to happen. I would give my advice. People would try the extensions. 9 out of 10 would fail, and then I don't want to take the flack for that with something that I've taught. So I'm going to wait until something's done about the issue of extensions. Hopefully that's soon. I know a lot of you are looking to use extensions with Bass. It's just a case of, at the moment, as things stand, and I can't, it's a framework. They're dealing with so many different options for people that it's not going to be perfect all of the time. And in this case, extensions are something that are failing a little bit. So yeah, that's that. Now I want to talk to you about something I'm quite excited about. I got this, actually, I found out about these guys on Facebook. I got a sponsored message, and I took a look at the outfit. They're called Clone Browser, and what you're able to do is have independent browsers. Okay, I'm just going to load it up and show you. So basically, you can have a browser run and it can have its own unique fingerprint, a bit like Bass, apart from it's changed at the browser level, which is really, really good. So you could have 100 if you pay for it, you could have 100 browsers running. They're all independent of each other. They've all got their own local storage. They've got their own fingerprint. You can use um, individual proxies for each one, or you could use 4G proxy so that changes. So I've just got the novice bag, which allows me to have 10 different browsers, 10 different setups running at any one time. So what I'm planning to do is use this in conjunction with AutoIt. So if you haven't already started following the AutoIt series, there is on the channel, there's a series that you can start learning AutoIt. It's a scripting language, but it's really, really simple to pick up. It's really close to English, the commands. You can do everything that you can do with the browser, but you can also automate desktop applications like this. Okay, and you can lots of people use it to choose as well. It can work with the browser. It's really lightweight. So yeah, check out that if you haven't already done so. It's the next step up. Once you've played with Bass and you feel confident with that, then AutoIt, in my opinion, would be the next step up. Okay, there is a learning curve. It's not as quick to produce a working bot like with Browser Automation Studio, but it's a lot more lightweight. Okay, it can do a lot more things. You can work with the Windows API. What's going down? Just looked up and quickly checked the chat here. Hey Coco, how you doing, mate? Imagine I'm trying to learn CSS, HTML, Auto, JavaScript, and Auto all at once. Tell me, when are you sleeping? Either that or you're on more coffee than me. That's crazy. That's good though. It's good. It's good that you're taking the plunge. So I'm learning CSS, HTML, Auto. Whoa, that's that's a big bag to take on. Yeah, Auto is great. I really love it. I love it because you can work with browsers like we're doing with Browser Automation Studio. You can get down and dirty with programs as well. Like I say, lots of people use it for like aimbots and cheating on games. It's really big for that. The reason being is that you can detect things by color. So you can have a color and it will find things by color within a certain area. You can use it to find images. So you can work that way, and you can work with coordinates. I know you can do that with Bass, but with desktop applications, you can move this so you know this is 0, 0, and then it's always going to hit with coordinates as well. So it's really, really good. So here's the idea. Here's the idea, guys. Is using something. It's probably going to be a clone browser that I'm going to use. Okay, and automate this with AutoIt. So sorry, there's going to be say 100 browsers, and each one's going to be individual. The fingerprint is going to be changed at the browser level. Okay, so that each browser is unique, absolutely unique. We're not changing things here at the JavaScript level. We're going down. We're going down a level so that we can't be detected. And then I'm going to use 4G proxies, or I'm even thinking about doing local stuff. Like you can get SOX proxies and stuff like that, where you can pick ones out at down to a city level. Okay, so what am I going to do with that? What's the point? I'm thinking click through bot, click through ratio bot, maybe for rankings, maybe for YouTube videos, maybe for I've been speaking to someone who's quite big in the game, and they're using it to rank songs, okay, on different platforms, okay. I think with Apple Music and stuff like that. So yeah, how flexible is AutoIt? It's really good. I would call it Coco. I would say it's the next step up from Bass, meaning it's a lot more lightweight. It's a scripting language, so it's not a framework. But here's the thing with Bass. It's great. Don't get me wrong. You can create a bot within minutes, or you know yourselves. You can make something in an hour. Uh, with AutoIt, it's not quite as fast, although the scripting language is very, very close to English. Okay, it's very simple, it's very powerful. It works with the Windows API as well, so you can automate the browser, you can automate desktop applications. You can like I say, it's got the Windows API, so you can create anything with it. Really, it's really powerful. You can work with databases, SQL databases. There's loads and loads of user-made functions as well. So you can work with emails. You can do everything that Bash can do. The difference being that Bash is a framework and it's really, really heavy. You have loads of different functions that you're able to use. Okay, and like I keep saying, it's really quick to make bots. But when you have a framework, you have the huge overheads on your RAM, your CPU. It's slow. It's like having a tank. Okay, whereas a scripting language is like a smooth sports car. Yeah. So flexible as cannot make a stable any stable app. Yeah, with AutoIt again, it's Windows based. It's for desktop apps. So again, you're not going to be making SaaS software with it. You're not going to be uh, making something in the cloud that people can log into. However, it does have a GUI builder. It's like Bash. It's a desktop applications, but the difference being that you can automate programs as well. It's more powerful than Bash. It's more lightweight in the sense that a browser takes half a second to load up. There's no overheads and all this kind of thing. So it's in the programming world, it wouldn't be classed as lightweight AutoIt, but if you compare it to Bash, then it's very lightweight. Also, is it less detectable on browsers? Here's the thing that you can do with AutoIt. You can work with your own browser. So you can make, for instance, you could make the bot come here and click on Chrome. So if you had it set up on a VPS or a server, you could have it use a real browser, okay? Or you can use a user-defined function, and you can use Chronominium, okay? Then what I do is use something called Healing Defense, which is anti fingerprinting. So that is a plugin. I'll put the link in the description to that. In fact, let's just, while we're here, let me load it up and get you the link for that. So with that combination of using Chrome and then using something like this, then let me just, that's it. Sounds good to me. Let's get that link. We've got quite a few products. Yes, please. You're not going to let me click the link. That's nice. Correlate. There you go. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to whack that link in the chat. I'll talk about it in a second. So basically what it does is it changes the fingerprint of the browser. You can decide what browsers it picks up, and then you can decide what it changes. You can make it give you a random fingerprint every time. So it really complements using it with AutoIt. So basically when you load up, make it look like a proper browser in any form that you want. The good thing is the cost of it is $15 for a lifetime for a license. Okay, so make of that what you will. You can only use it on one computer at a time. You can change what computer it's locked to, but for $15 for life, check it out, guys. Check out the link. I find it's really good. It's really helped me. So yeah, I'm not affiliated with them. Just that's the actual link. It's not an affiliate link or anything like that. Can you make a GUI with AutoIt? You sure can. Again, it's not as quick as making one with Bash, but it comes with it's Coda, spelled Koda. It's part of the IDE that you get free with AutoIt. You can certainly make GUIs for sure. Can you combine JS with AutoRit. You can fire off a program that you've made with JS with AutoRit. However, I don't think you can't script in JS with it. It's its own scripting language. AutoRit isn't like a framework like Browser Automation Studio. It's not like that. You don't click on anything and bring up tools. It's a scripting language like any other one like Python or JavaScript. So yeah, I'm going to say no to that. You could technically have a JavaScript made application here on your desktop and have AutoRit click and run it. So in that sense, you can. Boss Banger, hi, upside down face. How you doing, mate? Everything good? What you up to? So yeah, so the plan is you should check these guys out. You can actually download this, and I've upgraded just so I can get used to this for 10 different browsers. However, if you sign up, you can request to have a two browser version for free. So I'm not affiliated to them or anything, but it's CLON browser. Type that into Google, give it a shot. So yeah, the plan is to start doing some testing with this, and meaning that come up here. Let's have a little play for 5 minutes. So I can use this. I can go new browser profile. It's taking a little while to load. Strange. It's normally instant. Network error. Okay, I'm guessing that's my internet connection. Great. As soon as I want to show you guys how to use it, then the demo gods are failing me. Okay, I can come back to this. Ah, there you go. Add. Right. So we could call this Reddit profile. Clicking on Reddit again too, and then quick browser profile. This is what language the browser is in. So I could put England. And then I can just get a fingerprint, or I could come in here and I can change things individually. I've had like a 10-minute play around with this a bit, so I'm getting used to some of the features. Or what you can do, if you just want a new fingerprint, you can just click that and all these change. Okay, and then I could even come in again, and then you can just add a proxy as well to it. So just overview like that, create profile. So then I've got this profile that I've just made here, and then I can just go start. It's normally a little bit faster to load, so see, and then it's going to whack up that, and then I've got this browser that has this unique fingerprint at the browser level, and everything's separate. So then I could use this with a 4G proxy, or I could use this with a SOCKS proxy that's on a city level and cause absolute mayhem, really. Stuff like this, if you automate it with AutoIt and that kind of stuff, you could kind of like, as far as I'm aware, it's going to be very difficult to detect. Is it undetectable? I'm not trying to say that. What I'm trying to say is the cost of a website to invest in finding out if you're a bot would take a lot of effort, and the effort to do that, the cost over this bot getting through would not be worth their time. Okay, so is anything like this undetectable? I'm not trying to say that. I'm sure if they really wanted to find out if you were using some kind of automation, then they can, but I think this is as difficult as you can make it for them. Okay, apart from you can actually use AutoIt to use your real browser. I checked this earlier, okay, with some of the fingerprint insights that check if you're a bot or not, and it passed on everything. A bit like, I'm not sure if you've watched my video on Puppeteer. It's part of the one of the live streams that I did. There's a Puppeteer. By the way, Puppeteer is you can use it with JavaScript and Node, and you can use Chronominium, and it's what I'm going to be doing in the JavaScript series that's on this channel. We use Puppeteer, and we basically used the hardened version, and that passed all the bot tests on 2 different sites. Okay, even the one that checks if it's is using Chronominium, and it come back as a true browser. Okay, and this done the same as well. So people asking like, oh, what is this undetectable? Then unless they do some really deep digging, which is I don't think any of the sites are doing to that level. I think it would have to be checked manually to see if it was a bot. So yeah, let's just say it's very difficult to detect. I am going to be running tests. I am going to be doing some CTR, click-through ratio manipulation, let's call it. I know, and I'm not condoning this. I am not trying to say go out and do this. I do know that some people have tested this with, not with AutoIt to automate this, but with a different program. And they were doing it for a CPM ad revenue, and it even passed the test there. So if it's passing with ad companies, that obviously is, it's in their interests, or maybe it's not in their interest, but they say that they try and detect bots looking and clicking on ads. But what I'm getting at, the point that I'm trying to make there is not to go out and try and make money from ad revenue with it. My point is that it's very, very difficult for a company, a website to detect this. That's better. Okay, let me just look through the chats. That's awesome. I just wanted to make a discount. Vero. Hi, I wanted to make a Discord account create. Is there any good video or something for that, or any tips with proxy support? I have on the channel got some live videos. If you dig that out of me creating my Discord account creator, I I did 3 videos. I think it was 3 videos, and then I didn't finish it off. I mean, I finished the bot, but I didn't finish the series on how, on my creation of it. And I don't actually show everything. It's just me creating my bot. It's not like how to do it yourself. Can you access API with AutoIt? When you say access API, you can even access the Windows API. You can access, yeah, any API. You can do requests. You can do get requests. You can do post requests. You can use socks. You can work with XL. You can use DLLs. You can work with anything to do with Windows. It's really good. Some people are even using it to make viruses and stuff, because you can it works with the Windows API, so it's really powerful. Coda, hi, when will the new course be released? I covered that at the start. You probably wasn't here, so all good. It's the videos. My PA, why did I say PA? My VA is uploading all the videos as we speak. We're checking for sound quality, any errors, and then it's ready. The course is done. It's just uploading it. If you've already bought the course, then your details will work. If you're part of the Discord group, or if you're subscribed to the YouTube channel and press that motherfucking bell icon, you'll get notified. And if you're part of the email list, you're good to go. You'll be notified of the new course. You're a really nice and smart guy. That, if I meet you, I'm going to buy you a beer. Thanks for that. I hope, do you know what it is? I do a lot of other projects, and I'm slowly either selling the stuff that I've done, or finishing up. I really enjoy teaching, and I really enjoy making courses, and I really enjoy helping. I still have other projects that I'm doing outside of this, and I have to do, because that's the main money. But I do enjoy this, and that's why I'm trying to grow the education in this. I think it's a really good way as technology moves forward. And AI moves forward. I think there's going to be less and less manual jobs, and I think that everyone should learn Not necessarily to make bots for social media and stuff, but once you've got that base, you can build anything. Okay, so that's why I started off with Bass, because for people that don't code, it's a great way to get started. But once you've got that, you can spread your wings. Auto it should be next, and then followed by the JavaScript, and then you can start building out, SaaS SaaS stuff. So you can start building server side stuff and sales software, build some stuff that people can log into. It all comes from a great idea. Basically, having a great idea or having something that's in demand, and then going out and selling it. Uh, so, damn, could you make an undetectable black hat tool with auto it? Absolutely. Yeah, auto it's really, really powerful. Um, some things that and again, I'm not saying you should make these kind of things. I'm not condoning this. This is for educational purposes. What you do with auto it and what you do with anything that I teach you is up to you. I'm not your mum or dad. Um, but the stuff that I'm talking about is for educational purposes. But with auto it, unfortunately, whatever the case, a lot of like viruses and ransomware and that kind of thing are made with it because it works directly with the Windows API, and you're able to encrypt things instantly and all that kind of thing. The other thing that's used for is actually for game cheats. A lot of people make like what game is it, like RuneScape does the request, aimbots and all this kind of thing. The reason being is that with auto it you can find things by color coordinates. So what you can do, you can track individual pixels and what color they are, and then say, hey, when you see this pixel color, then shoot your gun, or or do this kind of action, or go and collect it. And then you could even check if your health is below this, then run away, wait for your health to recharge, then go back and blow the crap out of the out the other player, and so on and so forth. So that's another use for it. Browser automation, obviously you can automate the browser. And if you're using a clever fingerprint solution like the one I put a link in the description, or and that kind of thing, you get to the level where it's very difficult to be detected. Okay. Another thing, I'm not bashing Bass, but the fingerprint switcher is changing things at the JavaScript level. This means that for most sites, you're fine, absolutely fine. It's if you're working with the big boys, the social media sites, then it becomes an issue. And stuff like Spotify, they're onto Bass now. You can't work with these sites like Spotify. There's a few of the music sites, not just music sites, some of the big sites that are really clamping down. And here's why, if you're wondering why. Well, it always used to be that the detection software for bots costs a lot of money, a huge amount of money. Now, they still do cost a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but the bar, the entry level to buy these kits, this software has gone down and down. So of course the big companies could always buy them, but now they're definitely buying them. Okay, because the bar to install them, get them working is lowered and the cost is lowered. But now the medium sites, the slightly lower sites, can afford them too now. So more and more sites are introducing anti-bot software, um, and as that progresses, as more and more, as the bar gets lower and lower, I can see in 5 years' time it's just standard, and it's either part of your hosting price, or it's really cheap. So it's it's an issue already, fingerprinting and human emulation. But I just think now is the time for everyone to learn solutions like this, like that I'm showing you now, the Clone browser. It doesn't have to be this. There's other ones out there, or stuff like Auto. You can work with your actual real browser. So you imagine you're using your actual Chrome, Firefox, Brave browser. You're clicking on that, and you can change the fingerprint manually. Imagine going into the settings and then changing something that changes the fingerprints. The screen resolution, the installed extensions, the fonts, anything, just to make the slight difference in the fingerprint. Now tell me how you can be detected. So you're using a real browser, okay? You're changing something that they check the fingerprint for actually on the browser, you're actually changing it in the settings. So when you get to this kind of level, then the only way you could possibly check is if you're being checked manually. Okay. So that's the difference between using a fingerprint with Bash, say, that changes it at the JavaScript level, which is okay for most sites, and then getting deep into fingerprint and deep into botting, where we start working with real browsers, real fingerprints, and using real human emulation. Okay. I'm just gonna have to have a sip of water. I'm talking so much. Okay, so good question. But I've checked the AutoWeb forum. No one talks about Black Hat programs. Nope. You're not even allowed to talk on their forum about filling out reCAPTCHA. Okay, they they do not want and it's up to them. On the forum, they don't want any talk of Black Hat automation in the sense that we're doing it in that kind of sense. Any kind of gaming of websites, automatically making accounts, reCAPTCHA, like I said, you know, automatic mail verification, SMS, all this kind of thing is you just get booted off the forum straight away. The AutoIt community, and again, I'm not digging at them. The scripting language is great; it's fantastic. They mainly are how AutoIt started off. It was to automate installing programs for the IT guys, and then it just grew into a scripting language. And people on there will not discuss anything that's black hat or grey hat. Even down to, like, I keep repeating myself, but even down to filling out captures, anything that's remotely uh, related to what Bash can do, you're not going to get any help on there. Basically, you could get banned from the forum. That's about it. So yeah, that the learning curve, you have to learn AutoIt and then kind of go from there. And if you're going to do anything, I'll say grey hat, then you need to kind of adapt from what you've learned. Like on there, you'll learn how to use the browser and automate it. So once you've got that, then really there's not many other steps that you need. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, to be honest, they just simply it's not meant, like most things, it's not meant to be used as a black hat tool. And they frown upon it. They really don't want, the another reason being is a lot of viruses have been made with auto, and they certainly don't want that, to be tarnished with that. And they don't want people going on the forum and kind of like 9 out of 10 questions being like, oh, how do I make ransomware, or how do I make 1,000 accounts on Instagram? That's not what they're about. They're in it to make software for companies, software for their businesses. That's the kind of people that are on there, and lots of them are coders that have been around for, they're older people normally, more serious. Not that what we're doing is not serious, but what I mean is they're building applications for companies, for IT, and this kind of thing. So we come on there and we're like saying, oh right, so how can we make 1,000 Instagram accounts? And it's not what they wanna see, which is fair enough. That is up to them. So yeah, so this is one of my plans, is to test this out and report back, seeing if it works like other things that I've done to maybe rank videos, links, music, all that kind of thing. Because as I keep saying, by using this, you're kind of very, very difficult to detect. So if we automate this process as well, because I don't want to come on here and make 100 different profiles and then go on there, start this one up, go on there and click links to that. I could hire someone to do it here, of course, but why do that when I can automate it quite simply? Yeah. So what am I going to use it for? I'm just going to test a range of things, from from voting on things, through to click-through rate manipulation, through to, I'm going to make sure that it counts as traffic on stat counters like Google Analytics, all that kind of thing, and then go from there, really. To be honest, okay. Do you know of any website that talks about botting with scripts other than Babelsoft? Bottom with scripts. I mean, there is other frameworks if that's what you mean. Browser Automation Studio is one. There's UBot Studio, Zenoposter, Bot Chief. That's another one. They're all frameworks. All of them you can use code. Like with Bash, you can use Node.js and JavaScript, but they're mainly drag and drop code blocks. So all the forums there for each individual one of them does. To talk about actual scripts, Black Hat World, I think you're allowed to talk about scripts. It's not by any sense a coding forum, but they talk about scripts on there. Yeah, you're best going off to places like that, and all the different frameworks. Like I said, UBot Studio, Zenoposter, Bot Chief, Bass, of course. They all talk about scripts, of course. Yeah. So that's the plan with old Chrome browser. I was going to write down when we started talking about different subjects. So I'm going to have to do that afterwards because I want to put timestamps in this video. Yeah. So let me just check on this. Okay. Just check how long I've been going on for. Okay, so 41 minutes. Let's have a look at where I got on my list. Okay, so Browser Automation Studio, CPU and RAM. So I'm going to talk about this. If you want to carry on talking about the browser automation side, then carry on and I'll answer the questions. Did I miss anything? So move from Bass. Yeah, that's right. In my opinion, I would go, and of course I'm talking about my own stuff. If you're going to follow the stuff that I'm providing, the content I'm providing, I would go Bass, AutoIt, then the JS stuff that I'm going to do. Because when you learn the JS stuff, it's going to be browser automation based, but we're also going to jump into apps Electron, so you can make desktop applications. You know, Discord is made with Electron, or part of it's made with Electron, so we're going to do all that. And then because you're going to learn JavaScript, we're going to go on from that to server-side stuff, such as SaaS products. So you can have a product that people log into online via the cloud. So once you've got Bass, AutoIt, JS under your belt, there's nothing you can't do. You know, you can do anything. Take over the world. I think that's the next step. So I got this question a couple of times on the Discord channel. Browser Automation Studio, CPU and RAM. Like lots of people complaining, like, oh, I'm running 5 threads, and like my RAM, my CPU is used all up. Well, there's a few factors to that. One being that right now Chrome takes up a lot of CPU and RAM. It's been in the news and like they're trying to fix it, I think. But it generally at the moment is really killing, especially CPU and RAM both. But yeah. So now mix the fact that you're working with a framework, Bass. Bass is like having a tank. You know, you've got loads of options. You can do things really quickly, but you have that framework on top of the browser. It's like really, really heavy. So not only are we using Chrome that's intensive on CPU and RAM, then you add the fact that you've got the you have the framework on top of that needs to run when you use the browser. Things get tough. Now, what can you do about it? Well, you can cut out all images. You can cut out. Let's load up Bass and do some things. Let's just fire up Bass and I'll show you a couple of things. But there is a few things that you can do. This is from a script. Oh, TikTok username add into database. All right. Okay. Anyway, let's record. Can't wait to make SaaS products. Yeah, that's what I'm leading into. What the aim of the game is for you to have the skill sets from Bass. Okay, so you can make something quickly if you need to for clients and yourself. Then with AutoIt, I want you to have more power and something more lightweight. And then by moving into JavaScript, we're going to deal with like Electron, we're going to deal with Puppeteer, so that you're still able to make stuff that can fly under the radar with browsers, especially with Puppeteer hardened. So you're going to have 3 different methods to work with the browser, okay? But by learning JavaScript as well, we can then move into Node.js, JavaScript, and once you've got that, we're going to start building out the same kind of things, but we're going to do it in the cloud, like, well, server side, so that you can build stuff that people can log into. So just say you could build something that makes Facebook accounts, and then you could start selling them, or whatever you're going to do. Okay. Again, I'm not condoning selling accounts. I'm not saying you should do that. I'm just saying you could make keyword tools. You can do whatever you want then. And once you've got that, there's nothing that you can't do. From making browser automation that can't be detected through to making a project that you can then go and get clients for, subscriptions, all that kind of thing. So that's my aim, is to kind of educate people to have all that. Once they've got all that under their belt, they can go off and, as I keep saying, make anything from something on a server based all the way through to desktop apps, through to browser automation. Okay, so then you can make stuff for clients, for your own needs, all good in the hood. That's where the big bucks are going to be. Yeah, I mean, SaaS, you know yourself. The other thing that I want to do is I've done some videos on how to start selling bots. So I want to expand on that, because I know a lot of people are doing it to kind of either quit their job or for it to be their full-time thing. So that will be another course, will be how, once you've got these skills, to go and market them as well. Because what's the point of having a bot or something that you're trying to sell and no one knows about it? Yeah. So things that you can do. The first thing that you can do is that, so before you load a site up, you can come over to network, and you can put request mask deny. Okay. Now, if I put star.png, the star dot means all that you can find, every single one, PNG. So any file that's trying to load that's a PNG, so an image file, then deny it, do not load it. So we can go through and do a few of these. Star dot, I'm not sure what's on TikTok, I haven't looked at the source code or anything. So JPEG, okay. So then you can go as deep as you want. And what I mean by that, you can find the advertiser that's on there, and you could make sure that the ads don't show, because that takes load time as well. And if you if you really want to go crazy and you kind of want to use a browser, so you need to use a browser so that you're detected as a browser, but you want to cut everything out, you can even do if it has the CSS in the file in the main file, then you can even do star.css and get rid of all the styling as well. Okay, so these are the kind of things that you can do. You can go onto the source code, look to see what's loading, see what's taking up the bandwidth, and just deny it. Okay, you don't have to do the star dot. That means every single one. So it's the simplest way. You can just put a match. So you could put, if it was an ad URL, then you could just put the URL in there. So it was Google Ads. You can find where that's coming from and deny that. You can deny anything, even all the CSS. Okay. And to be honest, at the moment, that's the only real thing that you can do. What else can you do? Well, instead of running it on your computer locally, you can run it on a powerful server. The thing that BAS takes up, it does take up RAM, but the thing it really kills is CPU. So if you are going to run it on a dedicated server or VPS, look for something that has a lot of CPUs, or at least powerful CPUs. And that's really how you expand with BAS. Or failing that, if you can, then make the bots without a browser. You can use requests to use it. Okay, if you don't need to use a browser, then don't. And if you do, it's going to be heavy. Like I say, you're using a browser, which is heavy enough. You're using Chrome, which is an extra layer, and then you're using a framework on top of it. So, you know, it's going to be resource intensive, whatever you do. Although doing these kind of tricks can lower it a bit, it's going to help, but it's never going to be like compared to AutoIt, for example. This is heavy, you know, compared to what you're going to use with AutoIt. Again, if you use AutoIt and you use Chrome, there is going to be an overhead, but not nearly as much as using BAS. The big SAS thing, data collectors sometimes like. Exactly. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yep. And that's the way to go. You know, if you build something out like that, then yeah. I know someone that built a program with BAS actually that collects data, different types of data. It does everything from collecting social media data all the way through to going to websites and collecting, say, their website form, their Facebook username, and all the kind of social media details. And he makes, let's just call it, a lot of money from that data. That was done with BAS. But I see what you're saying. When you do it with SAS, absolutely, using server power, obviously you're able to collect data very, very fast. Okay, so that's that. And let me just look at my list. Advanced regex. Okay, I'm just gonna someone who's part of the support group. By the way, if you join the membership, the link is pinned to the chat, and it's also going to be in the description of this video. When you join the membership, you get access to the support channel on Discord. What that means is every day I check it, and if you have a question like excuse me, like the one that I'm going to solve now, then that's what you get. You get access to me, and if you're building a script or you need an answer to something, then I'll solve it for you as best I can, or at least gives you hints on how to solve it. Okay, guys, I just need some water, and then I'm going to tackle this issue that someone on the Discord, one of the members, is having issues with. I'm going to be really truthful about this. I did actually start off doing this, and for some reason I can't find the file with the regexes that I started building, so I'm going to start again. Ah, lovely water. I've managed to get this far through the day. I've been up since 4 AM. It's nearly 12 o'clock, and normally when I'm doing the videos or I'm doing some scripting, or normally on a coffee, or on a bad day on a Red Bull. So today it's just water, so I'm still holding out. So let me show you what's going on with this. I've already asked if I'm able to show this. That's the reason why I'm doing it on a video. I've asked to be able to show this. So I'm going to do a new project. I'm just going to put this in the Empire Gang because a regex for now. I can change that when I'm finished. So yeah, restart database. Needs a restart. That's not a problem. Restart. All good. So what am I trying to tackle here? What's going down? This is going down. So somebody, like I said, who is a member of the Discord and is a supporter of the Bot Empire, go and do it. Do it. What he has is basically found a footprint that he's using with Google. And as you can see, in each one of these is an email, and he would like to have them emails. Simple, you say. Build a regex, you say. Yes, but here's the terrible part. A lot of these have, let me show you. View source. Let's just take the first one. So let's just take the first part, because as you can gonna see, it's not as easy as what you think. So let's take this one. So that's a LinkedIn. Let's find the actual email one. as you can see, so instead of having something at the start like a gap and then something at the end, we have this, and then we have em in the middle, then we have the gmail.com, and then we have the end. So we have this to deal with. It's in the middle of what we're trying to grab. Okay, we can handle that. That's not a problem, you say. Okay, now the issue being is that they're not all the same. They're not all like this. Okay, so I need to find like the different examples and then build a regex for each one, then deal with the mess in the middle. So that's why I'm saying it's not just an easy regex that I've been showing in like some of the videos, and even in the free course that you can get that's on the Discord channel. I think I show some simple examples, but this, although this isn't a kind of advanced regex, it is still a step up from what's been currently shown. Okay. So it's kind of a Google. It's to grab emails from Google search for particular niches, like this. And as you'd probably guessed, Google doesn't want to make that easy for us. Is that Loco? Is that how Luco? Any ideas how to earn money with BAS system? Check the YouTube channel I did and search for how to make money with bots. I did a video on that to give you some ideas. There's lots of ways to make money with BAS. You could obviously you can sell the software that you make. You can, in lots of different places you can sell them. In fact, go and watch the video. I go over about 5 or 6 different ways to make money with BAS. You can, there's quite a few ways. You can make accounts on different platforms and sell them. You can offer services. You can sell actual bots, of course. You can make bots and run them for clients. Like you could do something with social media that grows Instagram accounts and Twitter accounts, grows them by finding people in their niche and following them, and then get rid of the ones that don't follow back, and then selling that as a service. You could either offer it free for a week so that they can see it working. You, instead of giving them the bot themselves, you could run it for them by putting the bot on a server. These are just ideas. Watch the video. There's a lot more on that. Yeah, the solution is actually easy. You just do the regex on the get element text, not the element content. Yep, you can do it that way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use regex and use the source code, and then I'm going to find, I think from, like I said, full disclosure, I did actually do this part, but I lost the actual sheet where I put the text file, where I had the different regexes. So I think there's 3 different ones, and then I'm going to create a regex for each one, and then if it's one particular regex, then use this cleanup. If it's a different one, use that cleanup. There's 2 or 3 ways that I could do this I can think of off the top of my head. I'm doing it this way because I'm actually filming doing it this time, so that it's probably the easiest way for people to get into doing more advanced regexes. But you are right what you're saying, you can do it that way. So let's have a look through them, and for each one that I find, I'm gonna put it in. So that's one way, one regex. Okay, so let's plant that on there. Let's come in here, let's look at this one and see that's different. Get rid of this now. Okay, let's look at this one. I think that's the same, isn't it? Quite sure it is. Let's check. That should actually be like that. Yep, that's the same type. Okay, I'm not sure because we're getting on in time. I don't want this to run too long. I might have to do this, the second part, in the second video tomorrow. But let's carry on. Let's see how we get on. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Okay, the third one. So this is here. Can you be found? Yep, okay, so this doesn't have any. Yep, that's the same as well, isn't it? Yep. Okay, you have passed. You may go, you may leave. Let's check the next one. Contact at here. You'll do, son. Come with me. Okay. This is the same as well. I know there's like 3 different ones in here, so grab this one. Let's go. Let's move a bit quicker. You're the same as well. What is happening? Whoa, that's an email address and a half. Look at that. Goodness. How many characters do you need? What is going on? Okay. One. Where are you? Where are you? Ah, this is different. See, this has got a WBR here. So this is different. So we'll take you. Come with me. Okay. Can you make a sort of IG bot with auto? I feel like it's easy, the best undetectable way to grow followers on IG. You certainly could. You definitely can use auto. It's a little bit more work. Like I say with Bass, you could probably make it in an hour, whatever the case. You can make it fast. Can you do it with auto? Can you do it more lightweight? And is it probably going to be less detectable? Definitely. So more time spent on it, a lot more time probably. However, you know, you're probably going to get a better result. Like I said, we talked about this. You know, you can use the real browser, or you could use real fingerprinting, or you can even use auto with something like with what we were showing with the Clone browser. So you've got options. So yes, you certainly could. Okay. So we'll look at this guy. What's happening with you? That's the LinkedIn. Oh, there's 5 links for this. Where is the email one? Here we go. So we've seen this before. Yep, okay. You may leave. You're excused. Next one. Okay. I'm sure there's 3 different types. So let's see what's going on with this one. This is the same. Okay. You may leave. So there's you. I'm sure there's 3. So this one must be different. Ah, it's got a dot in. So this will probably be different. No, I'm sure there was 3. Okay. I was quite sure there was 3, but anyway, who am I to question this? So we'll work with these 2. So I'm just going to do this bit first. Going to make the bot go to the URL in question. Let's come here and then make this a bit more viewable for you guys. Right, yo. So let's go over to the same URL. Lovely. So okay, let's grab the page source code by going into the browser, page source code, and that's a good enough variable name for me. If it's good enough for me, good enough for you, or the other way around. Okay, so let's build some regex. Let's do it. Come over here, let's go tools, regular expression constructor. I want to build a regex expression. Yes, please. Let's grab one of these. I should have really got that in more context. I need more context because I need something at the start anyway. So let's go over here. Nay, let's have a look. Let's go back to you, as you were the first one that we found. Whack you in there. What we got? Oh yeah, there's 5 for this. So we need to find the email one. Okay, so there's a gap. I notice there's always a gap. Let's crack a lack there. Let's go copy. Bring that over. Lovely, lovely. Okay, now select the result. We'll take you. Thanks. Next. Something before. Exactly that. White space. 1. Always 1. I think I can use white. I could use exact text as well, but I'm going to try white space. And then it's always you. That exactly 1 time. Accept. Now let's get actually what we want. And I'm going to use any symbol 1 or more times and match as few times as possible. Hit next. Let's give it a test. Oh, no, 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 my friend. Naughty. Okay, let's go back. Just 1 white space. Right, okay. Next. Instead, exact. Okay. 1 time, 1 time. Yep. And then grab the actual text. SEC tool. You can earn money with YouTube. In what context? What do you mean? Give me a few more details. Okay, so exact text. No, not exact text. Any symbol. 1 or more time. Match as few as possible. Okay, accept. Hit next. What about now? Still giving me that. I don't want it. I don't want it. Oh, it's going to be invalid expression. That's going to be crazy to clean up. Why you do this? Exact clear space. Ignore that text. Ignore that text. I've never used that one before. Ignore that text. Let's see what that does. Let's experiment. That did nothing. That did nada. Okay. So, do we even have the gap in this? Yes. Any symbol. Wonder if it's going to let me do that instead. No. They're not, are you? It doesn't like using the white space. Do it. Next. I've got my thinking cap on. Okay, select the result. That is the result. We're not denying that. This is the issue. Okay. Exact. Yeah, it's still going to be that. It doesn't matter how many. Okay. Oh no. This one's no problem. This is fine. And any symbol. Let me just look at what I'm grabbing here. Let's just do it without with that and just see where the problem is. So if I went that way and not worried about that, what would happen? Yeah, so then would that still have the gap? No, good, but it shouldn't have, and that's fine. So what happens if I grab quite a lot of text? SEC tool, how to show database and table in user interface. What I'll do is I'm going to put that question down and I'll do that in the next video because I'm going to have to wrap up soon. It's 10 minutes past 12 and I'm going to be up at 4. So I just want to try and get a little bit further in this if we can. We've had a good discussion. We've talked about a few things, but it'd be nice if I could. Wow. This needs some serious work because as you can see right now it's absolute horse crap. Yeah. So I could do it. I do know another way to do it, but let me just come over here and quickly see if this one's going to be a pain. So we can't guarantee it's always going to have an app before. Let's see if it's the white space that's giving us trouble. This will be a good test. Okay. We don't like you. I just noticed I don't think I put a space in them, that's why. Anyway. Got me thinking now. Next. I think it's something to do with the white space. White space, one time, one white space. 1 or 0 time. Okay, let's grab this. Any symbol, 1 or more time, match as few as possible. Hit me. Lovely, lovely. Because I know we've got this in between, but this is easy to clean up. So if we grab it, each one has got this in, we can just use tools and edit string, not edit string, replace string, and we can find any instances of this and replace it. So that one's good to go. That one is good to go. I'm going to save this, put this on my notepad, and this time I'm going to save this. Okay, I'm just going to spend a couple, I've got one more thing I want to try, and if I can't get it to work, then I will do it tomorrow, and then in the next video, when I answer more questions, I will lead on to how I done this. This is what happens when you don't have coffee. I was going to say vodka. What the hell? When you don't have coffee and you don't have energy drink. That's what I'm going to blame anyway. So just gonna get rid of this, and we're gonna put in our original one. Oh, okay, definitely coffee tomorrow. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. So I just wanna whack. That's what we want. This is what we want, and I'm going to say white space, and then I'm going to say 1 or 0 time in case, and match as few as possible, because you can't use the match few as possible with just 1. Let's see. Next, let's grab this. We know that's right. Thank you very much. Grab this, and then we are going to say any symbol. We're going to say 1 or more times, match as few as possible. Thanks. Next. Yeah, we've done it. Yay. Goodness. There's me to start saying, oh yeah, this isn't advanced, it's just easy. Took me about 10,000 hours. Okay, so now we have the there we go. Okay, guys, I'm afraid that I am going to call it an evening now. I'm up at 4 AM, so it's excuse time. It's wait there. I'm going to save this while I'm online, so you know that I've actually saved it. Because last time, Empire gang. Call this regex from stream. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to answer more questions tomorrow, do another live feed. I'm going to start a little bit earlier, and I will be revealing the rest of the result for this as well. Okay, guys, thanks a lot. It really means a lot to me, the people that have come out and watch this. As I said, I'm trying to move things along so I can do a lot more of this. This is what I actually enjoy doing. You know what my game plan is now. It's Bash, AutoWhip, JavaScript, and Sass, and then something on how you can sell bots, how you can make money from all this. So that's where I'm leading on all this. I really want to kind of spend more time doing the bot empire. I enjoy that very much. So that's the idea. If you haven't already done so, check out the links that are pinned on the chat or in the description. Check out the bot empire membership. You get support from me, you get access to the bot vault, and anyway, the list of perks are listed there. Definitely join on the Discord, guys. Come and say hello, have a beer, jump on the table. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and press that mother trucking bell icon so you get notified of new videos, especially if you like this kind of content, so that you don't have to keep checking, get notified. And it means a lot to me as well. Obviously, the more subscribers and all that jazz, the better. So do that. And if you haven't already done so, then please subscribe to the mailing list so you can get early bird discounts on all products and the new courses. And by the way, if you join the bot membership, all the courses that are coming that we've talked about are all free. They're all included. So check that bad boy out. Thanks a lot for coming out, guys. There will be a recording of this video. The recording of this video will be uploaded with timestamps. So if you wanted to go over anything. Also, guys, it's really helpful if you're part of the Discord channel. Then drop your questions in, because on the next feed like SSC tools, like the question that you've asked, that'll be in the next live video. So ask your questions on Discord, come and I will answer them on the next feed that I do. Feed? Why do I keep saying feed? Stream. There you go. It's getting late, guys. I'm out. Thanks a lot. Your support really, really means the world to me. It just means that I can move on quicker with doing all the courses and kind of sell off some of the stuff that I'm doing behind outside of this, and then I can spend more time doing this. Okay, guys, thanks a lot, and I'll catch you on the Discord channel, and I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good evening, afternoon, or morning, depending on where you are in the world. I'm out.